Randy Orton has finally become a heel again. Yes, and people here in Brazil are actually cheering for that. In today's video, we are gonna recap this week's SmackDown and see what are my grades for the show. So if you wanna know my opinion on everything that happened on this week's show, just watch this video from start to end because I'm sure you're gonna want to see what I have to talk about. But don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button so that the YouTube algorithm show our video to the entire world, right? I still have a dream to make this channel a working channel, so I'm counting on you to help us out, all right? So let's go and check everything that happened in this week's show. We are gonna start with Drew McIntyre that came to the arena and he decided to just stop the broadcast, come to the announcer's table, and he said he demanded that Nick Aldis fix the situation, considering that he should not have to defend the title against Cody Rhodes, considering that Cody had not won the Elimination Chamber and had not won the Royal Rumble. They had that stipulation in their match at January 9th where Cody would not be able to challenge Drew McIntyre for the title. Now, well, Nick Aldis came to the ring and he said that the result was fair. He said that Drew actually had all that he was having was consequences for his actions, and he said that he attacked Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble. He attacked Cody Rhodes at the Elimination Chamber. He was responsible for Cody Rhodes not having a shot at the title, so he decided to make the title match. And he also gave a headbutt to the referee during the match. So basically, Nick Aldis said that everything that happened to him was his fault. Drew he just snapped at Nick Aldis. He said that Nick was just protecting the company's golden boy and he was acting like a corporate stooge. So Nick Aldis just came and he said that how dare Drew tell him that he knew Nick. He said that he wasn't a stooge anyway. What happened was that Jacob Fatu came to the ring and he said, look, you're looking for excuses for losing the title. It wasn't because of nobody, but because of me. I came to the ring to fix the situation that happened on January 9th. If we remember, Jacob Fatu actually attacked Cody Rhodes and allowed Drew McIntyre to win the title. So Jacob was basically saying that he was rectifying the situation. Anyways, Drew just said that he was enough. He had enough with everything. He had enough with the WWE. He came to Nick Aldis' face and said that he quit the WWE. He just left the ring and he just asked for his resignation. And Jacob Fatu was actually really unimpressed about that because he wanted to face Drew a lot. So basically, Drew prevented Jacob from putting his hands on him. After that, we started seeing the show move on. We had our first match of the night, and once again, we saw the MFTs face the Wyatt Six. This time was a tag team match between Talatonga and Solo Sikoa against Uncle Howdy and someone that I can't even remember his name because, quite frankly, I don't care about. Anyways, Eric Rowan faced Talatonga. So Solo Sikoa and Talatonga versus Eric Rowan and Uncle Howdy. And basically, I don't care about this match. In the end, the match was going to the finish. Nikki Cross managed to grab the lamp that distracted Solo Sikoa, who was going for someone's spike on Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy just went for the Sister Abigail because of the distraction and got the win. So the White Six win. It was an 11-minute match that I'm gonna give 2 stars. It was just a boring and puddling match. It actually, I don't know what to say because I'm quite frankly enough. I've had enough of this feud. I don't care about the White Six. I couldn't care less about the MFTs. And the worst thing was that Uncle Howdy was celebrating with the lamp when Tamatonga just hit him from behind and stole the lamp back, and that just that makes me really it just makes me sick because I've had enough of this thing. I quite frankly, I think that just very few people actually care about this feud. The only interesting thing about this whole thing was that before the match, Shinsuke Nakamura came to talk to Tamatonga and said that he needed to be his own man and stop doing Solo Sikoa's dirty job. So I think that this might lead to Tamatonga leaving the MFTs. If that happens, I think that that might actually help Tamatonga in the future, but I think that he will undoubtedly get lost in the shuffle in the future. Anyways, the second match of the night was between Michin and Jade Cargill, and this was a weird match. It was slow. It was clear that Michin was bumping like mad to make Jade Cargill look like $1,000,000. However, Jade Cargill was just she wasn't connecting with the moves. She was just like she was going through the motion while Michin was trying her best to make Jade Cargill look great. We even had a situation right near the end of the match where Michin went for the cannonball. Jade Cargill just stepped to the side and Michin, she did a crazy bump to the arena floor. And then Jade Cargill grabbed her and gave her a power bomb on the barricade, and that must have hurt like hell for Michin. Basically, after that, Michin was thrown into the ring. She got a spine buster, and then she got jaded for 3. So it was an 8-minute match, a longer match than we are used to see from Jade Cargill, but it wasn't good in any way, shape or form. I'm gonna give it 1.5 stars just for Michin's efforts. And the first hour of SmackDown was just crazy boring. I just can't imagine how the WWE thought that putting these two matches to start the show would actually make for a great show. In the past few weeks, they have done the US Open Challenge to open SmackDown, and that actually have been great. But now we just saw two boring, crazy matches to start the show. And the first hour was, if you just cut the first hour of SmackDown off this week's show, it would benefit you greatly because it wouldn't make any difference towards the storylines. After this match, Rhea Ripley came to the ring because Jade Cargill was making just grabbed the microphone off Kat Kelly's hands, and she said that she wasn't afraid of Rhea Ripley. She didn't see her as a threat, and she vowed to beat Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. So Rhea came to the ring. She get a nice reaction from the crowd. Jade Cargill leaves the ring, and Rhea just said that Jade was scared, and after WrestleMania, she was gonna be Rhea's bitch. So anyway, it was nice to see Rhea just call out Jade Cargill and saying that she talked a lot of talk, but when it came to actually have some physicality, Jade Cargill just left the ring. Anyways, after that we had the weekly Sami Zayn water swatting segment. This is becoming a meme of SmackDown right now because when Sami Zayn got to see Cody Rhodes in the backstage area, I was looking for some water bottles so that he could swat them, and they were there. And I immediately pointed. We have a live stream in Portuguese here in Brazil, and I immediately pointed to people and I said, "Look, those are the water bottles that Sami Zayn are gonna swat near the end of the segment." And that's exactly what happened. Basically, Sami Zayn just got in Cody's face. He said that he was wishing good luck to Cody Rhodes. Cody called him out, saying that he said the same thing to Randy Orton last week. So Sammy said, "Look, I told that to Randy because I admire him and I look up to him, but I'm saying this to you because I see you as an equal." Well, basically, Cody was an ass and said, "Look, this makes..." Basically, he said that the WWE title made them different. And he said, "Look, this entire ordeal is just weird." He left Sami Zayn saying that he needed to look into that to see what it represents. So Cody left and Sami Zayn just swatted the water bottles. So it was actually pretty funny to see. When after that, Aleister Black came and he was laughing about it with Zelina. And he said that maybe that dream of being a world champion might not be to Sami Zayn. So this actually made sense. I already said that before, but I'm gonna say it again. Aleister Black and Zelina are doing the Karrion Kross Scarlett Bordeaux role from last year. It is exactly what they are doing to Sami. Karrion Kross and Scarlett did the same thing to Sami Zayn last year, they just swapped the wrestlers that they are doing the same role in this storyline. So basically, Sami Zayn is gonna turn heel. We just don't know when that's gonna happen. After that, we had Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Alexa coming to the ring to face the Irresistible Forces for a WWE Tag Team Championship match. But before the match began, we saw the Bella Twins coming back to the WWE. They came back after the Raw after Royal Rumble. It was their first appearance in more than a month. And basically, they said that they were there because it was their hometown. Actually, that's where they grew. And they called the city and the Bella Army to back them up. And they said that they talked to Nikki Aldis. They were gonna face the champions in the near future, so they were there to scout the talent. So the match happened, and what happened between Charlotte and the Irresistible Forces was a good match. It was an 8-minute match, but what happened was that the Irresistible Forces attacked Nikki and Brie Bella on the outside. So when Charlotte was just about to win the match after Charlotte Flair hit a natural selection and Alexa was going for Twisted Bliss, Nikki Bella attacked the Irresistible Forces, causing a disqualification. So the champions win by disqualification, and after that, this was a 3-star match. I think it was a good match, but the ending actually screwed up what was looking to be a decent wrestling match. After the match, in the backstage area, the Bellas said that they were not gonna sit down after being attacked by the Irresistible Forces, and that they would have the next match for the women's tag team titles. And that match was announced after the show to happen next week. So on next week's SmackDown, we are gonna see the Bellas in the ring. We're gonna see Brie Bella in the ring for the first time in years, and they are gonna face the Irresistible Forces. We're gonna have to see what happens in this match, because quite frankly, a lot of people are complaining that the Bellas should not have gotten this title shot. But quite frankly, they are Hall of Famers and they are here for that. So I don't care if they get in the ring and actually lose the match. But I am having some weird vibes about this. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens next year. The fourth match of the night was a match between Damian Priest and R-Truth going against Alberto Los Garza. This was booked after Los Garza said to Damian's face that they did the hard work last week in the tag team turmoil match, and that Damian and Truth got the number one contendership just by because they were last in the match. So Damian listened to all this and said, look, if you want to face us all again, considering that you guys are fresh and have 2 other matches before us, we can go into the ring and have this match. So they went. It was a nice, fun match. It was an 11-minute match where R-Truth and Damian Priest won the match after R-Truth gave the AA and Damian Priest gave the South of Heaven. So it was a nice match, 3 1/4 stars. It was a nice TV match, and it sets up Damian and R-Truth as truly forces in the tag team division. And I'm quite frankly cheering like mad to see them take the titles off the MFTs and just take the tag team titles off this horrible feud, because they have sequestered the tag team titles for like months. So I wish that the titles get released from them, and that Damian and R-Truth can actually build the tag team division in SmackDown again. Now, after that, we saw Jelly Roll and The Miz, and The Miz was presenting The Miz TV. But there was something that happened before that is really important. Basically, Danhausen came to talk to The Miz, and he asked to have his own talk show and asked The Miz to quit with The Miz TV. So The Miz said no, and that basically made Danhausen curse him. So, of course, when that happened, we knew that something weird was gonna happen to The Miz. And what happened was that when he came to the ring and grabbed the mic had some issues. It didn't work. So he had to change microphones. It was actually really fun. We actually started pointing, look, the microphone is cursed. The Miz is cursed because the microphone didn't work. But we said later that we saw later with Nick Aldis that the microphone was actually not working really well. Anyways, Jelly Roll came to the ring to talk to The Miz, and what happened here was that The Miz actually took credit for Jelly Roll's transformation, because when he had that first match when he was really big, The Miz had to help him get up by showing his hand. So he took credit for Jelly Roll seeing the light and seeing that he needed to lose some weight. Jelly said that he lost weight because he did the hard work, so not because of The Miz, and he called him a traitor and a locker room loser. And that brought in Kit Wilson, who said that basically Jelly Roll was toxic. He was toxic because of his past, his criminal past, his face tattoos. And he also said that he only gets cheered is because he lost some weight, and that shouldn't make him a hero. And he also said that Jelly Roll was fat phobic, and that is really weird. And knowing that I am a little bit husky myself, considering that he said that, that was really uncalled for. So Jelly Roll got really mad. He went to clock Kit Wilson in the head, but Kit Wilson got out of the way, and The Miz got the best of that punch, which made us consider, well, that is Danhausen's curse. He got hit by Jelly Roll because he was cursed by Danhausen. It was a fun, nice, silly little segment, and there are people that are starting to say that we are gonna see Jelly Roll and someone else against The Miz and Kit Wilson at WrestleMania. It would be like a little comedy match. Some people are saying that it's gonna be Danhausen. I've heard some other people saying that it's gonna be Royce Keys debut in the WWE. So let's see what the WWE has in store for us. This might be a situation of mystery partner that is only gonna be revealed at WrestleMania. So I think that this is gonna be a nice, fun little match that's gonna make for some fun entertainment at WrestleMania. I don't mind that at all. There are some people that actually don't like the fun at WrestleMania or at professional wrestling, but come on, guys, it's pro wrestling. It's supposed to be fun. All right. So after that, we saw our fifth match of the night, which was between Tiffany Stratton and Kiana James. Basically, it seems that the WWE is gonna pair Tiffany Stratton with Julia for the United States Championship. So to get to Julia, you need to go through Kiana James. It was interesting because Chelsea Green got involved in this situation because she was brought to the ringside area by Alba Fire on her wheelchair, and she managed to actually get on her feet, but Julia just shoved her back in the wheelchair. And after that, we saw Tiffany Stratton does hit them all, and that the whole distraction just got Kiana James really a little bit. She was worried about what was happening. She was a little bit rattled by that. So Tiffany Stratton just grabbed her, hit the rolling senton and the prettiest moonsault ever for 3. So basically, Tiffany Stratton wins the match. It was a 7-minute match, and I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars because it was too short and it was more of a storyline than a match itself. And I'm starting to think that we might see if Chelsea Green actually gets healthy, because before WrestleMania, we actually might see a triple threat match between Julia, Chelsea Green, and Tiffany Stratton for the title. So let's see what happens, but I think it's gonna be another fun match, and I think that a triple threat match actually suits them better because Tiffany Stratton is not having some long matches in the last few months, and Chelsea Green also is not known to having 20-minute classics. So by having those 3 ladies just alternating the ring, this might actually be a great match. So let's gonna see how the WWE books this triple threat. After that, we saw the main event of the night. It was between Trick Williams and Jacob Fatu. That match was booked after Jacob Fatu was complaining with Nicky Aldis because Drew quit just when he was gonna face him. Trick Williams got in his face and started teasing Jacob. Jacob complained about Trick Williams' disrespectful tone Trick said that it was just slightly disrespectful, and he complained about what Randy Orton did to him last week, saying that that was disrespectful. We need to remember that Randy Orton hit him with an RKO. So Nick Aldis just cut the discussion, and he said that Jacob and Trick were gonna face each other in the ring later. So that's how this match was booked. It was a great match, an 11-minute match. It was really fun match between these two. Some great back and forth. I think that this might be Trick Williams' best match in the main roster right now. And by the end, we saw Trick Williams. He was distracting the referee, and Jacob was on the outside. Drew McIntyre came out of nowhere and just shoved Jacob Fatu in the ring post. So he grabbed Jacob, he threw him into the ring. Trick Williams hit him with 2 trick shots and got the pinfall. So it was a win for Trick Williams. He's still undefeated in the main roster, I believe, in one-on-one matches. And he got the win. It was an 11-minute match. Then I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. It was a great match. It was the best match of the night. It wasn't a classic, but it was really, really fun to watch it. And after the match, Drew McIntyre hit Jacob Fatu with a Claymore and just gave his thumbs down to Jacob. So this rivalry between these two is certainly gonna be explored towards WrestleMania. I still think that Cody and Randy should not be a one-on-one, or at least I thought, until what happened at the main event. Actually, Nick Aldis asked for Cody and Randy to come to the ring to sign the contract for the match at WrestleMania. Cody and Randy came to the ring. Randy came to cheers. Cody came to some mixed reaction. We need to say this. Cody Rhodes is getting some mixed reaction in the past since he won the WWE title. There are a lot of people complaining online. His video winning the title was one of the most disliked videos in the history of WWE's channel. So anyways, Cody and Randy came to the ring. Cody gave an emotional speech saying that his first match in 2007 was against Orton, saying how about Randy was important for his road in the WWE, how Orton was there for him when he came back to the company. So Cody signs the contract, and he says that no matter what happened, he will always love Randy. Randy is a little bit hesitant to sign the contract, and basically what Cody said was, look, forget about everything. I know that you're gonna do what you need to do to actually win. So I'm gonna just take this monkey off your back and say that no matter what you do, I'm gonna still love you. So Randy says, all right, thank you, I love you too. He hugs his chest, he signs the contract, they hug, and then what happened is that Randy Orton strikes. He grabs Cody's head, throws him to the table, he hits a low blow, throws him to the floor, rips his shirt, throws him outside the ring, he throws him to the announcer's table, he grabs the ring steps, just hit him in the head. That makes Cody Rhodes bleed like mad. Nick Aldis comes to ringside. Randy Orton just shoves him. Jelly Roll tries to make Randy Orton calm down. Randy is having none of it. He grabs Cody. He places him in the ringside steps, and he stands on top of him. And that was looking like the end. He left that area. The referees and the medical staff were looking into Cody, but then Randy decides to grab a steel chair, climbs on top of the announcer's table, and just concertos his head on the ring steps. The chair actually bent, which is it just shows how good his strike was. Now, of course, he didn't hit Cody Rhodes in the head, but it looked like that. And after that, he just went back into the ring and he sat down and looked, stared, and just stroked the WWE Championship belt. Now, this was an image that made the entire live stream go crazy. I'm telling you, there were about 500 people coming into our live streams just to say to show their appreciation that Randy Orton has finally turned heel. There were some people that were clamoring for Cody Rhodes to turn heel. However, it actually makes no sense in this rivalry for Cody to turn heel, because if we remember, Randy Orton was steering Cody Rhodes' title for like 2 years right now. Ever since Cody Rhodes won the title at WrestleMania 40, whenever Cody and Randy were in the same room, Cody would have his title over his shoulders, and Randy would always side eye that title. So he was always teasing that heel turn to actually grab that championship belt. And so by him turning heel here, it actually makes a lot more sense, considering that this is finally the culmination of a 2 year story that was never picked up. And I must say this, that sometimes people say that the WWE has long-term planning. This is not it. This is actually the WWE sending some mixed signals and trying to see how the crowd would react. And they do that a lot. They did that with Randy and Cody. They are doing that for almost 2 years with Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair, where they would always cross each other. When one left the ring after a promo, the other would come and they would face each other. They are doing that right now with Sami Zayn swatting the water bottles. They do that to tease us with something and actually see our reactions. And if our reactions are great, sometime in the future they are gonna pull up that card and say, look, this is the story that we are teasing for like a year or two. Let's make it now, because the crowd's gonna react for it better. So I think that this is what they did with Cody and Randy, considering that they decided to pull the plug on Cody, to actually pull the trigger on Cody and Randy. They decided to make Randy Orton heel, so that all those times when he side-eyed and stared at Cody's title actually made sense. And considering that in the storyline he was just preventing the voices in his head to actually make him do what he did, was to actually just go berserk on Cody Rhodes. So this was great. This was Randy Orton circa 2009 back into a WWE ring, and we craved for that. So now this match has become personal. It just took a whole new turn, and there are people saying that there might be some stipulations in some marquee matches at WrestleMania so that the WWE sells more tickets, and this might be one of those matches. Don't be surprised if Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton becomes a stipulation match. This might be a street fight. This might be a Hell in a Cell. There were talks about Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre facing off at WrestleMania in Hell in a Cell. Don't be surprised if they decide to make Cody and Randy a Hell in a Cell match, just for the hell of it. So we are gonna have to wait and see how this story progresses. But I'm really hyped to this match, and I think that this entire angle just made up for the whole bad stuff that we saw during the broadcast. And this was a really boring show in the first hour. The second hour picked up a little bit, and then by the end, with Jacob Fatu and Trick Williams having a nice match, and Randy Orton's heel turn, this actually salvaged what was looking to be a horrible show. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It would have been a 5 out of 10 if Randy Orton hadn't turned heel, but because he did that, that made for a very memorable show. So I'm gonna bump it to 7 out of 10. Thank you for your audience. Please leave your comments down below on what you thought about this week's SmackDown. We have a video format in my Brazilian channel where I react to other people's comments. So if you comment down below, I might bring this format here to the global stage. I would love to bring that here, because that's a video where I have some time to actually share more of my opinions on how the WWE is going. So in order to do that, I need to see people commenting on this video so that I can react to them and make it a brand new video. So please don't forget to give your hot takes down here. Maybe I'll do this video here in the global stage also. Thank you for your time. Please don't forget to help us out hit the like button, hit the notifications button to be notified when we release new content. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to binge watch our videos, because watch time is still one of the major factors that makes YouTube show our content around the world. I'm gonna leave a few options here for you. Thank you for your audience. I'm gonna see you next time.